rain that started. But it is a beautiful Monday despite the rain. Be careful out there, everybody.
The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday 27-13. And with all the talk about last week and the passing offense and how it needs to improve, and is there turmoil inside the locker room between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, the comments made by Brandon Graham, the reporting that was done throughout the week by the people that cover the team for a living, talking about tension between Hurts and A.J. Brown. That got solved pretty early in the game, where Hurts looked at A.J. Brown quickly. The over-under of 16.5 receiving yards in the first quarter for A.J. Brown hit pretty quickly.
That went easy.
Jalen Hurts, 25 of 32 for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, 8 catches, 110 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Smith, another guy. We talked about this on the pregame show yesterday, Johnny. All this talk between Hurts and A.J. Brown, we didn't even mention Devontae Smith all week long. Maybe he was upset by the amount of targets and receptions that he's had this season.
That's because he kept it to himself.
He did. 11 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. What a great day for the passing offense, which was talked about ad nauseum last week. And what a great day for the Eagles as a whole, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-13. And just once again, checking off another box of, hey, we can be a Super Bowl contender. We could be in New Orleans in just a couple of months.
Oh, no. I'm already singing it. We're going to New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans, folks. Detroit's too injured. The Eagles' offense and defense are better than Kansas City. The Bills just gave up 86 points in 2 games. The Eagles have given up 86 points in their last 5 games. They've already beaten Green Bay. They've already beaten the Rams. They've already beaten the Ravens. Already beaten the Steelers. This is the best team in football with the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL, points per game. In a million years, and there is nobody in this town who believed that was going to happen. I thought 12. I thought 12 was going to make us smile.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
They're at 12, John.
That's incredible.
There's still 3 games left. They're at 12. The Eagles are 12-2 with 3 games left to be played.
And that was where you, Connor, and I all said before the season they're going to be 12-5.
Yeah.
This team has exceeded every expectation. Everyone. I would say the only one they haven't met, and it's just a little off, is points per game on offense.
Right.
At their 8th as we begin the
now,
show
a lot of it is because of how much they ran the football during this winning streak, which kills clock, which doesn't give you as many possessions.
Absolutely.
Which doesn't give you as many opportunities to score points offensively. But yesterday, they answered the call. Yesterday, the question of whether or not they could win a game by passing the football against a defense that allows you to throw on them a little bit. They're just opportunistic, and they intercept the football pretty well. Jalen Hurts, 0 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, I don't think had a bad throw. Like, I don't remember a throw yesterday.
Where you go, yo, what are you doing, Jalen?
No, he dropped back 32 times and executed 25 of them in terms of completions, but the other 7, I don't believe, and we'll double-check, I don't believe he had a turnover-worthy play.
No, I don't believe he did either.
He was incredible yesterday.
And more importantly, did you see just the jump in his step? There was an energy out of Jalen Hurts, the leader, yesterday that I believe we haven't seen as much, especially early in games.
Yeah.
They were focus-driven, and it was wild. And the building reacted. The fans reacted to it, and they fed off of that. That was the happiest that building has been all year long.
Right.
Every game. That is the happiest the home fans have been. And they felt it. And they felt it early on. They felt that they could bully the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they bullied the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And I think we're all waiting for the same thing. Like, all right, how does this team react? We could find out pretty early on how this team will react to all the drama that happened this past week. And right away, I mean, it was boom, boom, boom. And I know they only got 3 on the opening drive, but still, it just looked different.
That felt good, though.
It looked good. It doubled their average. They've been averaging 1.4 points per first quarter. That field goal doubled it. And then, obviously, they finished with 10 points in the first quarter.
See, we're not hard to please.
And it just looked like they clicked from the very beginning to your leadership, to your extra jump in the step of everybody. And so today, have all your concerns been addressed? That's our question today at 610-632-0975. I understand that we send a little open. If there are concerns, we don't want to hear from you. But go ahead, have at it.
Look, I'm joking around with that because we always are open to everybody.
Right, but I just don't know what's left.
I think what's left is the contrarian. Because, again, the resume is now good enough. You've dominated the Ravens and the Steelers, two of the top 4 teams in the AFC. You have beaten teams like high-flying Green Bay, the Rams. You've done your job. You've been road warriors.
And that Green Bay win was before they found this
Figured
identity,
out.
This team.
I would say the contrarian is the only one who has something to say today negative about this.
And they will
team.
always be around. The contrarian will always be here.
And because here's what you're going to do. The contrarian, if you go to work today and you navigate one of these people, and we all have them in our lives.
Oh, yeah, we do.
They are picking up the goalpost, and now they're going to move it. They're going to try to move it on you. Just say, I got no time for it today. You know you're just trying to get my goat because it makes no sense. This football team, Andrew, is the best team right now in the NFL. They weren't a month ago.
No, they weren't.
They are now. They weren't in September. They are now. And may they not be in January? Well, if they don't sustain what they're doing, they might not be. But if they sustain this level of effort, I'm finally going to check the bucket list item of the parade.
Which is amazing.
And I feel it. I felt the NFC title game from the beginning, but now I truly feel New Orleans is right there.
And the question is sustainability. I mean, all right, so Commanders try to take away A.J. Brown next week because A.J. Brown had a big game yesterday. All right, here's Saquon again. Here's Saquon, who only had 65 yards rushing yesterday. He'll go back to having 150 next week if they decide to drop more guys back in coverage. That's what the dream of this offense was from the very beginning. It just became one-sided with the passing offense in the first 4 weeks of the season, then became one-sided in the rushing offense during this winning streak. And look, it worked for them. Let's not say that it wasn't a good thing for them. It worked for them. Now it's maybe over this next 3 weeks trying to find the balancing act of pass and run. They're maybe closer to 50-50 by the end of this. Who knows? Because they were the most in terms of percentage rushing offense in the NFL. If they can find a way to balance this thing, and you saw how successful they were in the air just yesterday, of course it's sustainable. Try to take away one, and you'll get beat by the other.
Jalen Hurts' Super Bowl season completed 66.5% of his passes. Jalen Hurts this morning completing 69.2% of his passes, something that I would have told you he would have never have done.
Nice point, too.
How about the highest average pass yardage per reception? And right now he's sitting at 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. His Super Bowl season, his MVP season, 22 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
And all
he's
those
right
rushing
there.
touchdowns, too.
He's got 3 games left. Oh, by the way, that's good you brought that up, Andrew, because yesterday he went over his 2022 rushing touchdowns, and he's one under his career high.
With 3 games left to be played.
It is a beautiful morning. It is a morning for everybody. Look, Christmas is about dreams. It's a beautiful morning for everybody to dream.
Damn right, man.
It is because it's not this team's making it a reality.
Right. And not to completely bring up last week, but it's kind of hard not to completely close the book, especially after how the passing offense question was answered yesterday. This is why I wasn't totally worried about the passing offense. Some of the numbers you just gave, the completion percentage and the average yards per reception.
I doubted that, by the way, would ever happen.
Because, look, the Panthers game was abysmal. Jalen Hurts had a horrible game, but that could have just been the blemish. Like, that could have just been the bad game. Now, obviously, he throws 32 times yesterday, which is more than 19, which is more than 21. But it's when he dropped back to pass, I was still celebrating how efficient is what it was. Now, the two of you got your answers or your hopes or your dreams to do it more throughout the course of a game and for it to be efficient over 30 pass attempts as opposed to 19. He answered that call yesterday.
He absolutely
did. So we all win. Like, we're all celebrating today.
Everybody got something they wanted yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And more importantly, too, it shows you Throw the damn ball to A.J. Brown.
Right. And it's not,
by the way, Devontae Smith, too.
And not shots downfield.
Right.
Slant routes. This is one of the things we keep on going. Why do you keep going away from it? It's there.
And by the way,
every single drive.
And Devontae Smith.
Yes.
Devontae Smith's going to get no shine today, but he's going to get shine from us because that was a freaking spectacular performance from a guy who just shuts his mouth, comes to work, and does everything he's asked to do. And by the way, I saw him lay down 2 or 3 blocks yesterday that sprung other people, including Grant Calcaterra and A.J. Brown. A selfless player, and I'm not taking a shot at A.J. Brown for that. He's just a different personality.
Right.
Just a different dude. But this team is freaking loaded, and as long as health is not an issue,
right,
this team's winning. This team is winning a Super Bowl.
And wow, geez, okay.
This team is winning
all right.
a Super Bowl.
Mark that down.
Yep.
6-12. We do 6-12.
This team, now the only thing again,
man, how's a week change everything?
Man, it is unbelievable.
How does 1 week change?
Well, wait a minute now. I didn't. I was in New Orleans. Already.
I know you were.
I was in the NFC title game all summer.
But now one game, now they're winning.
I was in New Orleans. I've been in New Orleans for 3 weeks. Now, I'm sitting at maybe like the Kimmel Center, somewhere like that, bundled up.
That sounds nice.
Maybe a flask. Just to warm up a little bit.
I got you taken care of.
I figured as much.
Don't you worry about that.
I figured as much.
All right, so we all got what we wanted, kind of, right? Like, I didn't need them to take shots downfield. Those Devontae Smith catches, they weren't down the sideline. They were mesh concepts. They found open space. Like the offense yesterday.
Thank you so much for checking out our content on the 97.5 The Fanatic YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, you can always be checking the playlist. There may be something you missed from one of our shows during the day that you want to go back and check out. So every time you like a video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and you'll have that great content coming to you every single day. You're greatly appreciated.